we are now in the recording. But I do have a proposition. To the person who can provide me the most accurate description of the events over the past few sessions, I will give an advantage dice. First come, first serve.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna try my best.
Hey, Tira, first.
It's going wrong. Roll the dice. Oh god, it's the warden.
Okay, you're getting a disadvantage dice. Never mind.
A disadvantage dice. You're just not allowed to roll.
Our last story
arc. Accurate.
Our last story arc, according to Atira. All right, now the rest of you, save your verdict to the end. If Atira makes any mistakes here, you'll get +1 to your next roll.
No, I don't want to
you guys against each other.
This is a bit chaotic.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, thank God.
You're joking?
Please continue.
Okay, so our last story arc had us come across this island that was covered in ash and soot, and life was not sustainable on it, so the population was very upset. We found out that it was like this because of the crashed thieves' den that we sent down crashed onto it, or at the very least the platform where we killed that god. We went there. We dealt with some bandits that tried to kill us, and we found the corpse of the god, who was still possessed within one of his rings. I think it was one of his rings.
Yes.
Al took it, tried to put it on. The god possessed her for a little bit, and we had a whole altercation involved in Atira yelling at Elle a lot. Then we went back to tell them that the issue of the storm was solved because there was a storm. God, like all the details are like coming back to me as I'm telling it.
Now, quiz question.
Yeah, there's like, yes.
Did you guys ever make it back, or were you on the road back?
Back, I think.
We were
I thought we got
road
back on the ship.
You said there was no issues, and we made it back.
Okay, yeah,
quickly
that's fair enough.
before we ended.
I also remember us getting on the ship and leaving.
No,
Okay,
because
well-
we were going to stop by the. Were we going to stop by the Nightmare Warden first?
Didn't we? Thought we did.
I don't remember. No, because we saw the Nightmare Warden on arrival, but we didn't see it on leaving.
Okay, that is what I said to the Nightmare Warden as I explained the situation. I don't know.
But yeah, you guys, you make it back to town. Also, you can have that advantage dice. I wasn't lying.
There was also the weird fighting and then gaining the bracelet thing. That then. Not.
There were the horses that we really wanted to eat for no reason that will never be explained.
The horse is delicious. I imagine.
Yeah.
You guys make it back to town. The same sort of situation as before. The sky is now clearing up, though. As volcanic ash tends to do, it's going to probably linger for a little while. Especially considering this is blocking out the sun. You also do see 2 suns in the sky. There's one, and then just a smaller one kind of next to it.
Have there always been 2 suns in the sky?
No.
Do I recognize one of the suns?
Oh god, this is going to be the wildest perception check of all time. If you roll a 1, I will blind you.
Wow.
You roll the one and stare at the sun.
You're not going to believe this.
What did you roll?
You're not. I have to post this in chat.
You got a
What
natural
the-
20? Is that a natural 20?
I'm blind. I'm blind.
No.
You stare at the sun for a while. You
You
forget that you are staring at the sun for a while. By the time you look back down, your vision's all fuzzy.
Oh.
Please do not stare at the sun.
I recognized it.
Cool.
You could not recognize it. It is any other big old ball in the sky.
Alright, we got the bad roll out of the way first. It's only going to mildly handicap my vision, which
I'm
is
sure you
very
did.
important for archery.
Oh, go ahead.
Caleb is going to see if he can get a moment with Clink alone.
Ooh. Okay.
Wait, Kaeling's a gnome?
Yes. He's been 4 feet tall this entire time.
I have always been picturing him as tall.
He's a bone.
A bone?
Yeah, we'll
But
say
no.
like maybe you guys are like heading into town, like Atira, L, you're sort of like heading towards the same sort of like temple, and Kayla, you just sort of like pull Clink aside.
Now I had a railing. Now I hit a pole.
I forgot he was still blind.
Tira's gonna see Elle stumbling, be like, "All right, until your eyesight comes back here," and it puts Elle on her shoulder.
Yay!
Don't get used to it.
Just imagining
Okay.
Atira sprinting under every door frame.
Isn't L also big?
No, L's small. L didn't get. We rolled for it. It's like 2 feet 8 inches.
I
You
guess
make
you
Caleb
can,
not
but
a
that's a
gnome.
lot of weight on your shoulder.
You make Kayla
No,
not a
because
gnome.
bears
It's
are
actually
very
bothering me.
lightweight.
That's just having a toddler on your, giving a piggyback or like shoulder ride to a toddler.
Yeah, I've done that before. It sucks.
Let me
Yeah, what would you guys like to resolve first? This conversation
Yeah,
or the meeting?
2'4" and 28 pounds.
Have the conversation first.
Okay.
Between me and Clink.
Music's a bit tense. Find something else.
Yeah, Clink is just for a moment just going to like stare at, or not Clink, Killig for a moment is just going to stare at Clink in silent for a time, just kind of like feeling her energy, and it's just going to be like, "You are one of the most talented wizards I have ever seen."
Thank you.
I have a request. You may deny this. I thought I would be cursed forever. I didn't try to take back what was lost. What was me, the real me, not this leftover.
Ah, your humanity.
Yes. But when we were up that mountain, I saw something. And not only did I see something, but for the first time in hundreds of years, I was able to feel. I didn't think I deserved that. But I think maybe I can do a lot more if I tried. I need to restore my connection to the weave, and I think another wizard would be of great assistance.
Can try. What did you have in mind?
I'm not sure yet. This has never happened. My master never wrote about this. We'll have to experiment. At a later time, I suppose.
We'll have time.
You have my thanks.
Aetira with L on shoulders.
Yay!
You
Wow, this is a lot easier than walking.
Again, don't get used to it.
you guys are sort of like heading up these ash-covered stone steps. In spite of it all, they've still got a few sort of like you'd almost describe them as monks. They seem to be without possession, kind of. Sort of like sweeping the ash off the steps of this temple as you approach. The incredibly armored knights are still sort of like stood outside, and they, again, push the door open at your approach.
Step in.
And as you do, the door closes behind you, leaving you in mostly darkness as those two eyes reappear. You have succeeded. And soon, the land will be free of ash.
Good.
When I first met you and probed into your mind, I saw a pirate and a lowlife, to be honest. I never expected such acts of heroism. Do you know how many
Careful
people
how you use
live in
that
this
word.
land?
No, I don't.
800,000 people called this island their home at one point. By my estimates, there are now only 4,000 left. In time, the people, the land, they will grow again. Time is such a fickle thing.
Shira is just kind of stone facing. Internally, she's like, "What is this bitch yapping about?"
I have nothing to give you more than I already have, aside from my blessing. Know that you will always walk this land as friend.
Thank you. That means a lot.
The eyes, they just sort of like sink back into the darkness.
Hey, before you go,
Yes.
I was just wondering, do you happen to know the exact location of an individual named Derbyberg?
Rumors and legends of
We have a
this
compass for
figure.
that.
He has haunted every sea at this point in time. They say if you see his ship, it's already the end, and none have been able to ever describe it other than massive beyond all reason. They say he sails with a crew of the damned, and yet the undead empire does nothing of it. So, I imagine that can't be a true assessment. He has the ability, seemingly, to vanish, as if he was never on the waves. And I've heard a great fog rolls in at his approach. Other such legends abound, but there were sightings to the south not too long ago.
Understood. Thank you.
Take care in this new world.
World.
The one which we build from the ashes of the old.
Right. Take care of yourself.
In time. And those eyes just sink into the darkness. And then seemingly just the shadows in the room recede. Light is coming through the windows. There is no Nightmare Warden. It's just a dark altar. And the doors are
I suppose
reopened.
that was all about. As we're walking out, I'm gonna just talk to Elle. I suppose that was all about.
Well, I chose to take it literally. Like, with the ashes, this place should have like a good agriculture.
Big
More
word for
people
you.
will come eventually as it recovers.
True, but describe it as a new world feels a bit dramatic, doesn't it?
Well, it is a dramatic times. It could be that the consequences for the 777 and me and Zabriel coming here could dramatically change the course.
I suppose you're right. Here, let's go find the others and get ready to go.
Okay. I'd say I'd be on the lookout, but I can't really look right now.
Right. We'll have Sally take a look at you when we get back to the ship.
Speaking of, you can sort of
I
like
think I'll
see
be
the dock.
fine after a bit.
When you came in, people were rapidly trying to evacuate the island, even almost going so far as to try and board your ship. You can see now that specifically your ship has a large sort of like local guard presence in front of it that is sort of keeping people away.
I just nod at them as we work our way through the crowd and up the gangplank.
Alright, it's time for my master plan to go to action. Elle is going to hop off your shoulders and cast Lesser Restoration on themselves to cure the blindness.
Wait, why did you do that before?
Because you
Amazing.
offered to carry me. I've
Take
never
you
been
back,
really like carried before, so like I didn't want to like yeah. That's it. I was just curious.
As you're sort of like passing by the guards, there's another of these sort of like monk type figures wearing the sort of like same vestments as the temple, and they just sort of like bow their head with their hands clasped together at you as you pass by. And yeah, you guys are boarding your ship.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would ask again if there was anything you'd like to do and where you're headed.
We're following the compass to where we need to be to go down to Derbyburg with the box.
Clink. Are you available?
I am here.
I think Halig is going to ask Clink, like, can you open like your like raw connection to the weave?
Last time I connected to Weave like fully was the time the thieves den dropped on this place.
I like to imagine you guys are having this conversation as you're weighing anchor and leaving port.
Yeah, like we're just like on like the deck, and I feel like the first and like most simple slash direct approach to this experiment is Caleb just straight up sticks his hand into the weave.
I mean, if you guys want to tear open a portal to magic itself and stick your hand in there, I can't stop you.
Me think me have better idea.
What are your
Stand still.
suggestions?
Clink's going to walk up, put a hand on Caelig's back, and just try passing energy of the weave into Caelig.
Just a lot of
Just-
bone.
Just energy, not damaging energy, not healing energy, just weave.
Okay. I guess I'll need a joint Arcana roll.
Ooh.
And you're trying to achieve what, like re-gnomehood?
Yeah.
Ooh.
If I can restore more and more of my no-manity, then
I can safely say I think I got good because I got a natural 20, which puts it at 34.
Okay.
Caelig got a let's see here. You said Arcana?
Yeah.
11 plus 6 is 17.
Right, okay, wow, that makes 50, doesn't it? 51?
Yep, 51.
Okay. It's not pretty. Are you guys doing this in private?
Now I was just gonna do it out on the deck.
Okay. It's not pretty.
I'm hungry.
As you feel your nerves coming back. And there's a lot of screaming involved with that. I like to think we're all in immense pain feeling at all times, but we've grown numb to it because that's just what the body is. Caelig, you are wildly aware of the sensation of feeling coming back to you, and it can only make you scream. You watch as veins grow up your bony fingers, as nerves connect them, as tissue is starting to come back. The experiment is almost a success. Almost.
Oh god.
You feel the skin regrowing across just half of you. You're almost there, and then it just doesn't quite come back.
And that was with a natural 20 as well.
It was. You have converted from a skeleton. I would say you're definitely more of a zombie now.
Ghoul.
Ghoul?
A mummy even? What kind of... Oh no, it's the weave.
We could flavor this by saying like
Ghoul.
half of your
Pretty close
face
to
is
a
just like
witch.
flesh. To be fair, it
What are you
looks
looking
like
at, blue skin?
it looks
Be like a demi-lich, no?
A demi-lich is just a floating head.
Oh, well, I meant like in a literal, like, wordplay sense. You're not like a full-on lich because you didn't do all the rituals and stuff, but you're like a flesh weave caster. Undead.
I'm gonna say as well that the mask probably just like falls off of you during this agonizing process. There are crew members just like staring, like what the fuck are they doing? And you would pass pretty well right now as just a victim of an accident. Like half of your face looks like it has been, yeah, pretty much. Why not? Harvey Dent yourself.
I'm Harvey Dent now.
Yeah, I thought of it as a little more like sort of burn or like explosion accident, but yeah, that looks about like how it could have gone. Maybe not so half and half, but you know. But yeah, you have organs that feel like they're mostly working, if not a little pained. I think you're gonna collapse. I think you're definitely passing out from this one.
I think I'm definitely unconscious.
Atira is like hardly moving with like Caelig's side, like, oh jeez, or oh gods.
And then I imagine you
Wow.
guys
Wow.
sort of
For one
like
second with you guys. Here, come on, Sally.
Yeah, I was about to say, I imagine you guys immediately rush Caelig to Sally and get some setup on a little hospital bed and starts just like making sure he's okay. However, he's functioning. He is functionally undead as a ghoul. And this was just from one attempt.
gonna leave
I do-
Kaylee with Ellie because I'm like, I don't. Shira's like, what the fuck am I gonna do about this?
I do feel like a remove curse might have worked better than this, and we could have asked, Sheru, but this is good.
Does remove curse classify undead creatures
Oh,
as
no.
cursed, though? Would that have just killed him?
I don't know, because it has been
Yeah.
called a curse, and that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, what is everyone else up to during this time?
I'm gonna just talk to Clank after handing Kaylee off to Sally. Be like, okay, what the fuck was that?
We're trying to bring the normality back. Just put the weave into them.
No, manatee. I like that word. No, manatee.
I don't know if you've ever seen a more dumbfounded face on a Tira before.
I think that's a face that Atera has been making a lot in these past few days.
Okay, think this way. You know how plants wilt if you don't water it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Kalig. Me watered Kalig. Kalig getting better.
You watered Kaylee.
With the weave.
Okay, all my magic is infernal. I don't know anything about that. That feels
I think you
weird.
should have asked the cleric for help.
Hey, if it helps. I don't know anything about it either. That was the first time we tried.
Sally just
you were
kind of
winging it?
pokes her head around the door, and she's just like,
What?
I think it would be better to kind of describe this as you poured wizard brew over him.
No, he's still here. He didn't disappear.
He didn't disappear, but you just kind of dumped some magic into him.
He's uglier now.
I'm still
he
gonna
is,
need you to make sure he doesn't explode, Clink.
I mean, Wizard Brew might have tasted better. But may also have made him explode anyway.
Eh?
Between you two, it feels like Glean's still here. Okay, go help Sully.
Looks at the camera, cries.
Kalig, in your unconscious state, you are having possibly the worst nightmare.
Yeah, I'm trying to shake loose my connection to the Lord of Bones. I'm sure he doesn't like that.
Oh, no. So you are having a nightmare where you are paralyzed. You can feel the sore flesh on your body, and you are just watching as these bony claws are ripping into you. You don't feel the pain, but I think you get the message. What is everyone else up to during this? I mean, two of you are practically immobilized now.
Tira is gonna head back up topside and make sure the ship's getting ready to shove off.
Okay.
I think Clink wants to not Clink. What the fuck? L wants to find the paladin.
Shatter?
The
I
frog
said I'm
spirit.
commandeering your character.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I think Cheru being a fucking paladin was probably tending to the wounded before getting back on the ship and just kind of lazing around.
Hello.
Oh, hello again.
You're more awake now.
As opposed to?
You were sleeping last time I saw you.
Okay.
Fucking just realized. No, I came in. You were still asleep, so I just left a bottle of the frog's beer next to you.
Oh, right. Was there something you needed my counsel with?
Yeah, you know about magic items and stuff.
Uh-huh.
How do I put this in a way I want to? I want you to do that to my bow, but I need you to be careful. And in fact, if you could maybe include me and the wizard bird
Well,
in a way.
I heard that Clink was down helping out the doctor right now, but I can get everything prepared if you'd like another if you'd like me to
Okay.
divine the purpose of an artifact or something.
I don't know its exact purpose. I'm just going to like point out to Eclipse.
That's exactly what I'm here for. I can use my sort of connection to the divine and sort of read the history of the. It gets a little complicated, but I can go get the circle set up in the down in storage
Okay.
where I did
I'll
it
go
last.
I'll go get the clink.
All right, and they head downstairs.
hmm I'm just going to walk to where Clink is. I'll be like, where's Clink right now?
I'll
Where
say
would
that
Clink
like
be?
you two have definitely stabilized Kalik together. Like he's not going to explode, and that wasn't any risk of it. So yeah, you're definitely free, Clink.
Okay.
I'm going to like pull on Clink's cape scarf thing and be like, hey Clink, can you
Yes.
please come help me with identifying the magic item with learning about my bow with Drew? I think we might need your help.
Okay. Sally, are we good here?
All clear. For now. I'll scream if he starts levitating or exploding.
Or glowing, or anything that's not like
Or bursts into flame, or
whatever this is
freezes, or starts
doing.
melting.
What if he turns into a tree?
Then
Yeah,
I
that's
won't
normal on
have
the boat.
much to do here because I'm a doctor, not a gardener.
That Star Trek thing.
I
Was
set
that
up a
did I
reference
make a
without
Star
even
Trek
knowing.
reference?
I'm awesome. What a setup. Alright.
But yeah, you
Okay.
guys, you head on down. Again, Shadow was sent, like, armor off to one side, just like, legs crossed, sort of like meditating. And sees you come in and just sort of like reaches both palms out.
I just want you to be careful because what I do know about this is that I don't want your head exploding or anything. It's how do I say this? A lot of fragments of dead gods.
Right, okay. I'll try not to explode.
Thank you. I trust you. You seem very competent and good at your job.
Thank you. And he's gonna take it off of you.
Yeah.
He holds it in his palms, and the candles all sort of like flicker out around him. And then he starts seizing, and his eyes and nose are just bleeding.
Oh. How do we help this? I don't want to just yank it out of his hands. I'm going to try to cure lesser restoration. I'm going to try to cure the seizing part. That's one condition.
Okay. The seizing has stopped, but bleeding is going.
I think at this point, Clink is using Mage Hand to lift the bow out of the hands.
Okay. With that, the candles just relight, and Cheryl almost just collapses forwards.
I'm also just going to do a preemptive cure wounds.
Yeah, they like cough up a little blood. They're like shaky. They've got this like 1,000-yard stare in their eyes, and they're just shaking their heads. They're just there's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing.
I'm just going to stay close to Drew.
Eventually, they sort of like catch their breath and they just like stand up and they're like, I'm sorry. There was nothing." And they are just hurrying off. They are running back out. They are bolting straight
Hey,
back
are
to
you
their
okay?
room. I'm fine. I'm fine now. Thank you. I'm fine.
What did you do?
He talked to my bow.
I think they did more than talk.
Yes, that's what I was worried about. I should go tell Tara. I want to make sure Tara's okay.
Tira is
I want to take my
In-
bow back from the mage hand if Clink will let me.
Oh, I'm tempted to. No, I'm not going to do an Arcana check on it myself because that
What are you
way
gonna
lies
fucking do?
madness.
One, it can have it. One, it can have it.
Yeah, just hold it
Yeah, you
above.
just lift it high enough off the ground. I'm like jumping for it. I'll do like ferret leaps.
I never knew this would be this fun. Oh, here you go.
Okay, yay. I wonder why it doesn't make me crazy.
Have
Cats
you,
have a brain to go crazy.
have you seen yourself, or listened to yourself, or spoke to yourself, or
Go crazy. Go stupid.
Yeah. I'm used to. There've been many periods of my life where I didn't have anyone to talk to. So you have to talk to yourself.
Okay.
Alright, let's get Tara and talk about Churu because I am a bit concerned about Churu's reaction.
You'll find her trying to decompress in her cabin.
People try to decompress.
I'm gonna say, as you're doing that, actually, someone else finds your door first, and they're not so much as knocking on your door, they're kind of slamming against it.
Enter.
The door is thrown open, and one of the crew members that you've seen is just dropped headfirst onto the floor by Mara. Captain,
Oh.
Hey, Mara.
look what I found. And she does like a dramatic gesture.
What did you do?
It's not so much what he did. And she just like pulls this guy who's like near unconscious and has been a little beaten up by like the hair. And just sort of like pulls down his shirt a bit, and just there is just this eye insignia on the chest.
What is that?
Well, that's one of the signs of the seers.
Topside. Now.
Alrighty. And she just like continues like dragging this like beaten person by like the hair.
So we're gonna go back up to the deck.
Yeah, there's a couple crew around. Because we said that you've got like probably like 16 crew members just ambling about now.
Oh, so we've set sail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been sailing.
Okay. Figured, but yeah. I'm gonna have Mara lay him down, or like throw him just kind of in the middle of the deck and address the crew.
Yeah, she just sort of like drops him.
Does anyone know this man from before joining the crew?
There are a couple of like awkward looks. There's a couple of people who are mumbling, just like, "Oh, Sebastian? No, never really knew him. Really. No.
And then pick him up. I also kind of pick him up just like by the back of his skull and reveal the tattoo. Or the mark or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What's that? I imagine Elle and Clink
It's-
have caught up by now.
This is the mark of the enemy. Seers. A spy among us. And I throw him back down.
Mare's just kind of like circling and is like, that's a good thing about being dead. They don't realize that I'd recognize them.
I'm going to like whisper to Clink, what's a seer? What's going
Bad
on?
guy. Bad guys.
And this guy's just
Okay.
like, he's just looking up at you and he's just like, you have wrong idea. I'm not part of anyone like that.
What's this mark? I say, pointing at it with my gun.
I don't know. I was just out drinking one night and like I got too drunk and I woke up and someone had put that on me.
Clink.
Arcana check.
Arcana check?
I want to see if this is one of those weird magic tattoos. Okay, that is a better roll. I love having that reroll option. That is a 28.
Oh yeah, this is a magic tattoo and it is fully designed to influence this guy's mind. He can't say a fucking word even if he wants to.
Ah, well, guess what happens when well, I say guess what, we're going to find out when I cast Dispel Magic on it.
Okay. Yeah, you dispel this mark. It just fizzles out. And they're just like heavily breathing for a second. It feels like you just lifted a weight off of them and they're just like, they're gonna fucking kill you. They're gonna kill all of you.
Okay,
They're going
that's
to
very bad guy
try.
material.
They're going to try.
You let it get out. You let it get out and now it's hunting. So now they're trying to kill as many people as they can.
Kraken. Right?
It's out. It's out. It got out.
Wait, and we didn't let it out. Are you talking about like the Kraken in the ocean? Like a
You got in the way.
that was
You got in the
that
way
was
and you
Zabriel.
stopped us. If we could have held
No.
the seals for longer, that thing would have stayed buried.
Us.
I think it would be the angel that like caved in the city.
Not relevant right now, Al.
I thought.
Fuck Van Haven.
Okay.
We don't. It's never been about that. It's the other side. It's the fucking. It's the other plane. It's that shadowed space. That's where all the seals were. And if you hadn't stopped us, we could have secured them.
By what? Killing more people?
It'll kill more.
So will I. I shoot him in the face.
He drops dead, yeah.
Get this trash overboard.
A couple other crew members get right to that.
Here goes up to the bow and just kind of leans on the guardrail.
Does anyone else have strange tattoos that they don't remember ever getting?
You
I
see
was
this
looking.
like this dwarven crew member's about to speak up, but then like a guy just like smacks him across the head and is like, "No, idiot."
Crewman, do you have something to say?
No, this is just Steve. I know how he got this tattoo. It was an ex. Don't worry about him. He's a fucking idiot.
Missed.
Yeah, the crew amble back to work. A little sort of like shaken. There's a bit of a sort of silence. But yeah, the compass continues to point south.
Enemies of your time and the enemies of my time. It's a lot to deal with.
You have no idea.
I don't, and you guys don't really seem like keen on telling me, so I'm not going to push it. If I see that eye, I'll shoot it.
It's up for you yet.
Okay, now.
Al,
Oh, go ahead.
I've been really hard on you. As you can see, there's a lot more going on in this world than just what's happening with Zavriel. That's why I snapped at you.
Yeah, but things
Oh,
live and die.
I just hope you can better understand now. While we can devote all of our resources to hunting Zavriel and trying to stop this, the world keeps turning. Other people have their own agendas and plans that they are not going to put on hold just because we're too busy to deal with them. I'm still focused on stopping Zavriel. But we're going to have to deal with any other challenges that come along the way.
Yep, no point beating Sabriel if Kraken is eating the rest of the world when we're done.
Precisely.
Well, who will handle the Kraken then?
Kind of the question, isn't it?
If
There
the
must be
Kraken
other
finds us-
heroes. Like, there's like so much more life here. There must be other heroes.
I'm sorry,
and
did you just say
good
who will
guys.
handle the Kraken then?
Yes.
Oh, that's a scenic transition.
Oh, yeah. Even try saying that.
We're gonna reach
scenic
our
transition.
first pause in the recording, but first, you are aboard the Cathedral, Elle. Not just Elle.
Not L, Andlet.
Andlif. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I'm small, Andlet. Why am I so small? Oh yeah, because the ferret has to be small.
So, I did want this to conclude. I did not want this to conclude off screen. I thought that would be gay. So I prepared some resources, and there you go. I accidentally sent the wrong one to Cheery. Might be. There we go.
Theory has gained forbidden knowledge.
So, you are still aboard the Cathedral. It has been traveling immensely fast. First it was under the water, but then it surfaced, and now it is basically sailing like a ship, immensely fast as the organ plays. And it is gaining on this figure of this Kraken made out of pure sort of nebula.
Okay.
Let's
I guess
see
I have
here.
to
I gotta do my first pause here while we change scene.
Pause.
So you guys are sailing across the sea, and you spot this thing in the distance.
Where's
The
this tree?
cathedral doors are open.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on. Let me just get you some imagery. The cathedral doors are open, and you can see this thing just floating now above the night sky.
Oh.
As you are gaining on it, and
Production value.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Production value.
This is
Production
fucking
value.
crazy.
Okay. First thing, before we get close enough to fight, Atlas does have to make a request of Zabriel.
Okay, yeah, I don't mind.
Zabriel,
He's
you're
he
not
was so
thinking of sending
engrossed
me out
staring
there
at that
without
thing.
armor. Yeah, I'm Zabriel. I'm just going to do a nice firm voice.
He just
You're not
turns
thinking
around
of
and he's
sending
like,
me
huh?
out there without armor, are you?
Without armor?
You're not thinking about sending me. Yeah.
I was thinking about
Why did I have a
sending you,
accent voice?
actually. That's a great idea. Oh. How
Yeah.
about you use the cathedral as armor?
I would just get me a shield and a breastplate. You should have plenty of loot from your pillaging.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Why don't you use the cathedral as armor? It can work like that.
I'm going to cock an eyebrow and be like, how so?
And he just calls over. And it's like, Maestro, prep the roof. And Maestro just like, he plays this little tune. And a harness falls down from the ceiling. This isn't my invention, by the way. Ginger made this. Okay? In case you're thinking, this is crazy. This is incredible. Ginger made this. A harness falls down from the roof, and attached to it, a guitar.
How ridiculous looking is this harness?
Oh my god.
How ridiculous would you like it to be?
I think Alice is going to comment. You expect me to sit in there?
No. Once you put it on, I expect you to stand on the roof and play music. You're a bard, correct? You shouldn't have any problems with that.
Yeah. No.
Then...
And you say so the cathedral will be my armor. Fine.
Hunt well. Hunt well.
Alright.
And with that, he just like folds his arms and he just points at 3 other angels. Azzy, Menfril, Form, make sure that elf doesn't die. And with that, I do have to send you a document too. You'll enjoy this, I'm sure.
Oh, yay. A document. Yay.
Yeah, I programmed this thingy so that
I felt so much excitement when I saw the class names. The
Yeah.
Cathedral Arsenal.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the cathedral crest waves. It's getting closer. This astral kraken, it turns, its massive eye staring down at you, and it roars. What are you doing?
Alright. Okay. I'm just going to make one question. Do the 3 spells we cast in a turn still require the concentration of 1 spell?
No.
So first, for my first spell, just to get advantage on performance check, I'm going to do Unearthly Forest.
Okay.
Because it's a really good spell. And then I will look at the card.
Feel free to take your turns while if you think you've read the sheets and you enjoy your characters.
Yeah, Namiel is going up into like the very top of like the bell tower, and it's just, despite the great situation that everyone is in right now, it's just very calmly assembling his gigantic cannon.
Yep. Understandable.
His railgun, sorry, not cannon.
It is a railgun.
Before anybody makes any checks, I do want to. We're all kind of grouped together in a pretty relatively close state, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Within 100 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Circle of Speed. Everyone gets +5 to all rolls. Sorry.
It's so strong.
They're selling chocolate. I hope you boys are enjoying your business.
Now, okay, everyone now has a +5 to their rolls.
That's awesome.
That's perfect. Okay. As long as they're in the circle.
Alright. This is spell covered everything that I can see in here. I would like to attempt a level 8 spell called Holy Aura. Which is not a bard spell, but I'm going to say that A is an aura, and B, it makes it to the cathedral, and C, I do have magical bard things that lets me magical things. Scientific access that spell then?
Is the bard spell?
It is not bard spell by default.
Bard spells only operate this way. that's really good.
Alright. Alright,
My
so
apologies, that's
what do I
almost
need to
like-
roll for a level 8 spell?
Let's say you have to roll it as if it's a level 9 spell, because it's not a bard spell.
Okay.
I want to let you guys know that,
That is
and look, this is literally doing performance rolls as things right now.
that is a check of 18 versus the 17.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
Alright, Holy Aura, let me read this out for you. Divine Light, or Dark Radiant Light because of how Zabriel's army is themed, watches over creatures of my choice in the radius. They shed dim light in a 5-foot radius and have advantage on all saving throws, and other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against them.
Okay.
In addition, when fiends or undead hits an affected creature with a melee attack, the aura flashes a brilliant light. The attacker must see the Constitution save or be confined until the spell ends, but I don't think that is relevant.
Alrighty. Okay. Buff phase.
There's so many. Yeah. Why isn't haste a bard spell? It would be a really cool bard spell. I might as well just do the spells I already have with the to give some temp HP out for my other 2 casts. I'm going to do aid and motivational speech at the. Let me just check the check sheet at the 6th level for each of them.
Okay.
And so that is. Alright, the aid had a check succeed of
Play. Oop, coward.
24, and then the motivational speech had the check of 19, and so that is going to give 10 HP to the entire team, equal to 5 plus. Going to give 20 temp HP from aid and 15 temp HP from motivational speech. Me and my ally.
Okay. He had that slotted in. He had the numbers ready. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. I love it here.
Alright. That's my 3 spells.
Alright, what you all up to? You still just setting up the gun?
Yeah, I am.
Alright,
It takes an action to do it.
valid. You did right now. What about our summoner and shaman?
I think Raphael is going to just look at Zebra and say, raises up a staff, aims it towards the Kraken, black hole.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this thing is in 50 foot, 500 foot.
Yeah.
That is target speed is half, target speed in 50 foot must succeed a DC 15 dex save, disadvantage.
It's a magic creature. It won't be succeeding.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Any creature caught within it will take 30 bludgeoning damage every turn.
Okay.
That's going to keep that, and then bonus action, summoner.
Oh, wait, hold on a sec. Did you say it took 30 damage?
Yeah.
Oh, let me just
Wait,
record
just-
that. Oh, I forgot to put something up. My bad. There we go.
Oh, shit!
Everyone get your dots ready because we're gonna need them.
And you wonder why we call this person.
As bonus action, you'd like to...
Yeah, first action, you can summon 2 creatures. I'm assuming that's the angels and the dragons and the critter swarms.
Yep.
Because you kind of put extra spells between them and so on to be podcast. I am going to summon 2 angels. Let's go with Kaya and Aminal.
like pet Angel asset.
Which you are probably now going to flash up on the screen.
No, I think you do that.
No, it's okay.
That's fine. Yeah, and they are going to just stand ready.
Oh,
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. You were saying that you can do that. Alright, they're gonna stand at the ready. Gotcha.
They're going to stand at the ready. Angels gain 2 actions every 2. Yeah, because since I just summoned them, I don't know whether they'll have their actions now anyway,
Yeah,
or whether
they
I'd
do.
have to wait till next.
I'm not a
Okay,
fun
in that
sponge like
case-
that. Have fun.
Okay, in that case, one of them is going to bless the sniper, so they get the +5 on attack rolls on the next attack roll with that nice big gun.
I forgot
And-
it had +5.
So that's now
The
plus
other
10 on
one-
your next attack roll from the other
Yep.
+5.
And the other one is going to cast Cure on Andlith, which can heal to +50 temporary hit points.
Oh.
D10. That adds in another 6 health for Andlith.
You also make sure the elf doesn't die.
Exactly. Simply following orders.
Disgusting. Mentrell, is there anything that you would like to do, or... Did I record that playing down one of those circles is full action?
You did not.
Very good.
Wait, no, hang on.
I was thought it would be a bonus action.
I only have one.
No, okay. Fine.
Warring circles, at any point, you may not have multiple. Oh wait, you may not have multiple
Multiple at the same time.
circles. Got it. Okay. So if I put up the circle of spirits, my bonus action, can I just use my action to cast another one?
Okay, good.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast circle of death on the crack.
Okay.
It'll take 15 damage per turn. It also must succeed a con save of 12, or it'll take an additional 15 necrotic damage. Every turn.
It did. Wildly. But it took 15 damage, you said?
Yes, 15 baseline. If it fails the check, it's an additional 15 necrotic.
Then what do you need for this?
It's probably got horns on his head like some idiot.
Whoever did it was better than Wizards of the Coast.
Is that all of your turns?
Actually, you know what? Considering the angels get 2 actions every turn, the other one is also going to bless the sniper to get another +5, so that's +4.
Yeah,
We're
I
going to
have
make
two
sure that.
actions.
Yeah, I was going to say. We're going to make sure this sniper beats the shit out of whatever.
If I have two actions, like 2 full actions, I'm gonna shoot.
Okay.
I'm going
it's another,
to just do.
another 4 health for Andlith.
I have 3 charges. I'm just gonna use one to fire my railgun. And I will be. Let's use a smoke round. Let's shoot some smoke in its face. So that's +10, +6. I have +6 to hit with the gun too. I rolled a natural 20.
I'm gonna say at this point in time, you can't miss.
I don't miss.
You rolled a natural 20, so you're definitely doing double damage round, okay?
Okay, so that's 1d10 +10 damage, and there's now a 30-foot smoke cloud in that creature's face, giving it a -5 to hit on its attack. I'm done.
Oh god, it
It's
was
going to be
advantage.
9 times 2 is 18 +10, 28 damage.
28 damage. I think you have to wait for it. is now its turn. Oh shit. Alrighty. On its turn, how's your dex doing? Because from this sort of things like these pulses of like bright light just move down through its tendrils, and they sort of like coalesce at the tips, and then just it is
you have
firing beams of
the
light.
advantage. You have advantage on all saves.
Yeah. Let's get some dex saves going around, because this is just
Oh,
like,
that advantage was needed.
Okay.
Do we gain the +5 to the saves, or is that only for attacks?
Actually, for there's a bug here. Oh, not protect, unfortunately. Some of my circles will give advantage for certain saves. This one is not dex. So,
I can't
I have
dodge.
a 19.
When my gun is set up, I can't dodge, and I have disadvantage on dex saves.
So that cancels it out. So you just have a normal dex save.
Okay, so I mean that's still a 16. That's not bad.
that isn't bad. What did you roll again?
19.
25.
Okay.
I got the natural 20.
So you got a 15 for you.
A 16.
A 16. You're going to be hit.
Yeah, of course.
You're going to take 42 points of damage. As the section of wall explodes next. You have 125 health.
I know it still hurt.
Yeah. Aren't you glad you're this hard fighting this thing?
Production quality is so high.
As that blesses you, stuff on the ground for you. It's now your turn.
Alright, I do have one. There is a level 9 bard spell that I have to do. How big is this thing? Like, say, like, medium radius? Alright, so if I cast a 30-foot prismatic wall here, it would basically be crossing over every section of the wall at once. That's what I'm going to do. A level 9 spell, I'm going to go for the attempt. Right. That is 24 plus 8, so that's a 32. That is 16. So, you have to go through everything it does, because it has the entire rainbow of effects. First, it needs to make a constitution save.
All that.
DC, we'll just use my spell DC 60.
27.
Alright, it passes. Alright, it needs to make 7 dexterity saves.
No, it doesn't have dexterity like me.
Okay. So, Alright, so it's going to take 10d6 fire damage from red, 10d6 acid damage from Thorn. Okay, I'll just do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage effectively. 5, 50d6. 176 damage of various elements. Are there any ones that they would have resistances to?
No. Because it did not help this way.
Alright. It is restrained and must make a constitution throw at the end of the turn and succeed.
No, no.
What? What do you mean no? It just
It
can't
is-
be restrained.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would just say if it fails 3 constitution saves in a row after this, it will be turned to stone. And then Violet. The creature is blinded, and it must make a wisdom throw to save the blindness. If it fails the save 3 times, it is transported to another plane of the DM's choosing, and no longer blinded.
Well, it got a 20. Not a natural, but it got a 20.
Okay. No, these are for the failed dex saves.
Oh, you said wisdom.
Yeah, this is at the start of his turn. It needs to make the wisdom save. Okay, well, it succeeded. So yeah, it did take a lot of damage. And then, I'll let you guys do a turn while I look at my spells I have options for.
What's up?
So for each circle that I have active, do I gain 1 stack of spirit energies?
Isn't it just the fan circle?
Every turn,
No,
warding
no,
circles.
that's per circle. Unless you like to move it
It's per
some other
circle.
way, it gets really cool.
Okay, so if I have 2 circles up and it's on my second turn, I should have 4 stacks.
You said you wanted to play these glasses, so I made you these glasses.
Yeah.
And then
Okay, I'm going to. There's no limit to how many different circles I can have up, huh? Cool. I'm gonna cast Circle Protection on us.
Okay.
We all get +5 AC.
I really needed that.
Make a note of that, Shaper. All of our we all have +5 AC.
You guys make the fucking more time.
I'm just saying. Figured you have that. Consider you're also tracking your AC.
No, I'm tracking your HP, so cool.
So bonus.
It looks cool, right, guys? Right. I don't need that one.
I'm gonna cast Circle Rod on the track. To then keep stacking my dots.
More dots, more dots.
Then overtime. Then overtime.
Then that's going to be 5 poison damage per turn. It has to make a wisdom save. Or I get to remove a stat if it fails. So 5 damage on top of the 15 from Circle of Death. Also makes a con save for Circle of Death. So 20 damage. That's all my actions. So.
Rule of time to add. I do have Haste Word as a bard spell by Magic Secret. May I use it? I want to upcast it to affect new target. How much higher level would that be?
Say 5.
Oh, 6? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, let's go
Well,
6.
actually, I
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use my other 2 actions to give everyone haste. So, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, those all pass with flying colors. 17 and 18 base. So, you have +2 AC, advantage on dex saves, and the extra action that can only be used for attack, dash, disengage, and hide.
Bonus actions.
And then I'm going to pull out my pistol, take a quick pause in the guitar solo just to shoot the audience. But the audience is cracking.
That's a crazy guitar break.
You still have your gun?
I still have my black blade, yes. I can still turn it into the gun. That is the 19 plus. Oh yeah, okay. Does a hit of 19 plus my attack modifier from 8, so 27. Does that hit?
27.
Yeah. Alright, that is going to be 19 plus 12 damage, so I'm bad at math. 31 damage.
Oh, perfect.
That's it for my turn.
Cheaper talking to himself.
He's just doing his vocal warm up for Silver the Hedgehog. It's no use!
Cheaper, I got a nice plate of pancakes here.
Well, that pancake was mine.
My fucking pancakes.
Alright, what are the rest of the doing?
Nothing. The taste refresh. Oh god, because I forget.
I have to work that down. I think as far as they're concerned, if you use the bonus action and then you get given one by haste, it doesn't affect it. Because normally they do it in like
bonus action.
Oh, cheaper rule.
I love spicy D&D.
I'm gonna cast Old Light on us. It turn back. A little bit of heal. Permanent. That way.
There you go. Oh, actually, wait, that was fucking your own number.
Unless Shaper doesn't really fuck up this turn, my next one would be really funny.
I am going to try to close up. Good.
Okay, well, let's just hope that Falmiel survives then, because he's got to save up his charges for his ultimate attack.
Same! That's what I'm doing!
well, in that case, Azrael is going to do prismatic portal in front of the big eye. And by in front of, I mean inside the big eye.
Yeah. I
Can use anywhere to a kilometer.
Use inside of anything.
Yeah. Prismatic portal can be any size cast for wishes, maximum at 20 by 20. Prismatic portal can be opened within living creatures. Force deck save, it fails. Take 1d20 slashing damage, only 2 portals open at once.
Where are you putting it, Brandon?
In the ocean.
Lovely. These things you do, so lovely.
So let's first of all do the 1d20 slashing damage that it's going to take. That's 18 damage. Question, with the bonus action for an attack, does the things that the staff can cast count as attacks? Because it just says an action.
Does it? I don't know.
I don't know, that's why I'm asking you. I don't mind, either way.
would you
I just
prefer?
want to know whether or not... I'd prefer to be able to do more than one, but that's because I want to, you know... Okay, in that case, also matter removal
Yeah.
for 4d10 necrotic damage,
Yeah.
because it's going to fail the deck save, which is another 31 damage.
Yeah.
And since I've already... Do we get the 2 bonus actions if we already had one? That's why I'm actually so not sure. I've only ever had the one.
I'll give it to you.
In that case, 2 more angels. Throughout Cosmonas.
Yeah.
And I'm going to point at all 4 of them and just go, heal the gunner.
Okay. I'm just going to assume that Formula is going to get up to the next 10 HP.
Well, it's 1d10 each, so a maximum. If I rolled really good, it would be 40, but it's 28.
Everything on Earth
Look.
this fucker alive.
Look, I have like an army of healers. What do you want me to do?
Is that everyone's turn? And bonus action thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
We note that I can also do 2 actions on all of the angels. So they all have another thing to do. You know what? Fuck it. Let's add another 19 to and their hit points.
Actually, wait, is that over to me? Yeah, it is. Yeah, hold on a second. We had 75 HP. You kind of have more than that. Alrighty.
Oh, and they also take the 20 damage from having the black hole in themselves. It is a persistent effect.
It sure is. You guys like that I made a magical artifact that gives black holes? That's cool. I love doing that.
And they gave it to the crazy person. It's like, I know, I'm gonna do this just for fun.
Yeah, and I gave Dan's character stuff that can be told to Dan. It's like told to Dan, but it's cool.
I will say, is the Kraken going to use turn to destroy the prismatic sphere around it?
No. Shall I show you what the Kraken's going to use its turn for? Okay. So, you're witnesses this thing, like, howling in pain, what you're doing to it. And this cosmic light builds and it builds and it builds, and it is just shooting mega super fucking lasers at you. Let's say that, oh, you know what? It'll make it fun. Omiel! You need a death save from you. Let's see if they actually save you.
+5 on the roll, uneven
Advantage
damage.
on dex save.
I'm going to ask the question. Should this not be going through the portal through into
No,
the
it
sea?
manifests in front of you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to double check.
That's
But I was-
PvP logic.
I was torn between whether to put it inside or outside the eye.
I'm lucky that I rolled 2 17s, so that
You're
is
not
a
lucky because that
20.
hits. Wait,
that
Two
still
17s?
hits. Yeah, because I rolled it with disadvantage, so I had to take the lower number, but I rolled 2 with the same number.
oh no, yeah, on a 17 it will hit you. So
17 plus 5 will.
17 plus 5, 30, 22.
But you have double advantage, so your disadvantage is negated. But you rolled the same on both, so it doesn't matter.
Great news. That's gonna be 65 damage. Hey, 50 more than
healthy.
150.
I'm unhealthy.
I love not balancing enemies because I
God damn, this craze got hands.
know what health you're on, so let's say that.
That's okay.
You have a calculator.
I know. 128, 65.
63.
63. Okay, fine. 63 it is. Pump it around so you get the door.
Alright, it's time for my wall to activate. It's going to take another 50d6 of various elements
It sure is.
from the prismatic sphere. That's 185.
I'm gonna do something really funny.
I feel like a Warhammer character is going nice at it.
First up, I gotta recalculate charges. Sorry, I really want to do this because I think it's stupid funny. I'm gonna cast Circle of Chaos. Get a random magical spell to be cast on a creature.
You're doing the thing! You're doing the thing!
Let me. So you gave me the link to
Yeah.
the table.
You just have to
Let me
roll
hold
100s, man.
Oh, I love 100s.
I gave Chrissy a fucking beat instead.
feel like okay. I have a feeling there's going to be a phase. There's going to be phases to this boss.
Don't. Yeah, I just at the end I go, aha!
You have 10,000 outcomes in here? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, yeah, 10,000 random magical effects. That's crazy.
You're absolutely insane. I love it.
Did you forget that 7 Seas was supposed to be fun?
Pretty fun. Okay, it's nothing, unfortunately. All magical. Wait, is this a magical animal?
Why not?
It has the desire to leave the area.
Oh.
I'm not gonna let it go.
does.
I'm not gonna let it go because I'm going to cast. I'm going to detonate the circle of rot.
Okay.
I have 15 stacks of spirit energy.
Yeah, I can't balance for shit, I'll tell you that.
That's 20 damage for each stack. So, Sheeper, you want to hit me with what 20 times 15 is?
Well, 20 times 10 is 200, plus 5, that's 300.
Oh.
It's so poorly.
Yeah.
It's so poorly.
Okay, I don't even need to like do anything.
Blood for the
I was
blood
gonna-
lilies.
I was just gonna like mag
I'm going
dump
to-
it, but
Okay.
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna mag dump it, but with less rounds.
Alright.
So, I have 8 charges on my railgun. I'm just gonna fire all 8.
Alrighty.
So fuck with the white mage.
Just want to let you know if I was using these guys against you, I would have made them much weaker.
Let's see here. Natural 20, 19, 10, 2, 3, 4, 18, and a natural 1.
Its AC is 18, so let me know.
Oh, there's plus 6 for all of these, so let me see here. So natural 20 definitely hits, 19 hits. What was the AC?
18.
18. Okay, so only 3 out of the 8 shots actually hit.
That's
I'm firing screamer rounds, by the way.
Yeah.
So on the enemy's turn, those 3 shots will explode and deal 40 damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
But presently, we're dealing, let's see here. What's the test? 86 damage.
Okay.
And then on the next turn, it will deal 120.
Okay, so
I'm going to do an action. I'm going to use my action. I'm power word kill.
I was gonna say you can probably finish it off anyway without the risk, but go on.
I don't need to roll anything. I got like a 34 on my performance check, and power word kill is a level 9 spell that bars out. And under 100 HP. Dies.
This isn't the first time Mr. Beagle has been using power word kills.
If I had a nickel, I would have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but weird that it actually happened twice.
But not with that, this thing begins to crumble into stuff like stardust in front of your eyes. It's still shooting lasers on screen, but don't worry about that. I didn't program a kill animation. It crumbles into like stardust. You see it sort of like, I would describe this as almost supernovaing, imploding, and then boom, it just fucking explodes into this glorious white light. You level up twice, Endlif,
Oh! Okay.
as the waves of this light just hit you. It feels euphoric, This is the only star being that I put into this campaign, and now it's dead. And now I have to pull up the other screen, because we're back there now.
Ah.
That was fun.
I did not realize how epic Prismatic Wall was.
Production quality.
Okay. Detonating a circle to consume my stacks is so fucking funny.
I did not have phase 2 planned.
I honestly thought,
Did you know that?
it felt
Did you
like
know
the
that
movie I
turn
was
3 we would
ready
just
for
pop the
phase
fuck off?
2.
No, I just kind of figured like that'll be a bit of fun.
Okay. You're too big. You touch all the walls at once. 50d6 elemental damage. Okay.
Alrighty. Boop. Got everything back up. Did I get it captured on Discord? Yeah, I did.
Hey, if I gain 2 levels, I got the killing blow. I can raise the spirit as a cursed specter until the end of my next long rest.
No.
No, okay. I just thought it was cool.
It was cool. It's just that thing is exploding, and then we're cutting back to, like, I think either L or Tier saying, "Who's gonna go take care of that thing? That's someone else's responsibility, right?"
Cut back to. Are we recording again?
Yeah, we've been recording. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, cool. We cut back to Atira, and she's gonna be like, maybe someone else will take care of it. Who knows?
Who knows?
Moving on.
Hey, you never know. The angels might end up finding it.
Oh yeah, right. Like they do a good thing for our world.
Yeah.
If they do anything good, it's only for their own means.
Plus, it'd probably end up killing Andleth in the process.
God, I hope she's okay. Jared turns back around to go look out at sea as we continue sailing south.
If there's nothing else you guys would like to do, we can skip a little time forwards.
Yes.
Hi. It is days later, and you are still following the compass. And you have reached the edge of the map. The crew is getting uneasy. The edge of the map is not just the edge of recorded, like, geography. There are planes in this world that ships go beyond and vanish. And that is where the compass is still pointing.
Well, it's either die to the angels or die to this, so... At least we don't know we're gonna die for this one.
Some of the more suspicious crew members, you see them sort of like exchanging suspicious looks
I'll be right
to
back.
one another. You see him sort of like really kind of like whispering among
Oh,
themselves.
there would be something you need on the time. Hey, Atera, I think you and Shelly should check on Sheru.
I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna look back at the crew and see what's brewing here, and be like, "Go tell Sally, I gotta boost morale."
Okay.
Steady ahead, men. Yeah, this is scary. We don't know what lies beyond there. Only that ships could have a habit of disappearing.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Think about how you'll get to truly find out what lies beyond that veil.
Mara just kind of like leaning nearby, just like, I guess it's a kind of adventure, even if it's the last one.
Grandest adventure. Sailing into the unknown.
The way
Think of
that
it this way. You might be the old person on the docks spouting a random stories that people think is make believe, but you actually were there.
Imagine finding out those guys were right.
The way
Also,
that
that
Dot
means-
spoke.
And then also, that means they came back, which means we can come back too.
Right. The way that Dot spoke, it made it seem like we would make it through this. Whatever this is.
It is
Kaylee,
about
do you have things
now.
up here? Kaylee, do you have things up here? I gotta go talk to Chiru.
Yes, Captain. Captain.
I go and check out Chiru.
Okay.
Captain.
Yeah, for the
Have a
past
watch.
few days, Cher has been pretty quiet and kind of out of it.
Chiru? Doing okay?
Like, he just, like, jumps as you come and is like, hi, yeah, I'm okay. I'm alright. Al, have
Al-
you learned is Cynthia treating you well?
Yeah, she's great. She's doing very well.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
What's going on?
It was just the last divining ritual is all. It took a lot out of me.
Wanna tell me what happened?
Nothing really to tell. Well, it really is an artifact of a dead god. Or dead gods. And people just
Yeah.
aren't supposed to see what the gods see. Doesn't do well on the mind.
You're a man of faith.
Yeah. Well, most days, we all waver.
In my experience, gods, despite their divinity and almighty power, are still flawed like us.
Apparently they can still die.
They say us mortals are shaped in their image. Well, if we're flawed, then surely that must mean they are too. Right?
It does concern me. If the gods can die, then the goddess of the sea. What happens if the goddess of the sea dies? It's the ocean, the waves.
Well, it still works. Oh, or is it supposed
Are
to?
you here?
Yeah, would you think I wasn't going to follow Atera? I'm worried
Oh,
about
fair.
Chiru a bit. Because it is partially my fault, and Elle does care about things that are their fault directly. Hey,
Okay, I just didn't realize you also went. My bad.
It is
it's
small
something
ferret.
I've learned in... Yeah, I can literally disappear in your shadow. Something I learned towards the end of the time in my time was that normally gods can die, but their essence normally lives on because it's needed. There still needs to be a god of the sea. It may not be the same god exactly. It might be significantly different, but there will always be a god of the sea, even if the god of the sea dies.
I think
The power
having
will
seen
remain.
what I've seen, I think I would prefer that the
That's-
gods stayed dead. Like we do. That they didn't linger.
Well, that's
You
what
feel free to roll me an insight on that
happened
if
in
you
my
want.
time. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll take that bait.
Alrighty. I got an insight of... I don't think Elle is very good at this stuff. That is an insight of 19, actually. Okay.
I got a 12.
You get this overwhelming sense, Elle, that, like, there's obviously, like, a fear here. But the more you're sort of, like, talking, to him about it, there's almost a resentment. Almost a hate.
Hey, don't let it get you down or in your head.
Baker Chiru on the way.
I won't
I've seen
let
what
it get to
happens
me.
when someone kills gods permanently. The world doesn't recover. It just falls apart.
I can only imagine what it was like for you being there. A world without gods, on the verge of destruction. Okay, I'll be meditating if you need me. I just need to kind of restore the inner balance, you know?
Just remember that your patron is yours.
He just nods and he goes back to sort of like just shutting his eyes and just sort of like sitting by the window.
Mono.
It is about at this point you hear the spotter up in the crow's nest calling down that there's a storm on the horizon. You just hear like, "Storm on the horizon!" And then a couple seconds later, as you go to sort of like check it out, he goes, "Wait! It's not storm! It's fog rolling in!"
Lamps?
Lamps around the ship are immediately getting put on. As you're sort of like sailing towards
Wait,
it and
I
the air is
just
getting
need
mistier, you can see that this isn't just fog. This is a giant wall of fog that is just stretching into the distance, unmoving.
How many days were we doing this trip?
In a few days.
Okay. I was wondering, could I use my moonbeam as kind of like a guiding light, like a lighthouse? That's not going to be very big, but it is going to like
How
I
fast
can move it
Moonbeam
every
travel?
turn up to 60 feet a turn,
I believe the ship
but it's
moves
only
faster.
5 foot by 40 feet cylinder. Oh, okay, I can't do that.
But now lamps are coming on. Are you still sort of sailing into this giant sort of fog wall?
Yep. But now I got my eye open and scanning.
Yeah. Elle is
the vibe, I
definitely on
think.
alert as well. I guess Elle has experience with blizzards, so they would.
So
So fog wouldn't be too different.
you guys have crossed over. You are in the fog now. It is almost blanketing your ship. It feels oppressive and a little hard to breathe.
Tears at the helm, watching the compass like a hawk.
You're watching the compass specifically?
Yep.
Okay. It is a couple of minutes later. You hear this almost. What's the right words to use? It's an abyssal sort of creaking sound, and this massive shadow passes over you. And as it passes over you, the compass flips around.
All right. This is it. Bring her about. Bring us alongside that shadow.
Okay. It's a little hard to navigate here. But the second that you are sort of like able to turn the ship, you hear cannon fire going off. And a single shot lands in the ocean next to you.
Battle stations.
The crew hurries. You have, like, maybe... How many cannons did we say? 12 aside?
Ooh, that's a good question. Hold on. Where's the... Did we mark that in the ships category?
I don't know. Let's say 12 aside. But yeah, there's this cannon shot and nothing else. And then in front of your ship, you see this massive shadowed shape start to part the fog in front of you. There's an airship in front of you. And as it comes into range, you see more and more of it. And it is probably the biggest ship that you have ever seen in your life. Imagine, if you will, 2 men of wars got strapped together. And then someone attached, like, an airship contraption to it. And it just, like, comes down, lands in the sea in front of you, and it is towering your frigate. You can see even on just the front of this ship alone, there are about, like, 30 guns facing you. But it's not firing.
Hold.
And you're sort of like, your ship is just like head onto it as it is head onto you.
I walk up to the bow.
And it just kind of stops there. You don't even really see any motion up deck.
Where did my compass go pointing at?
Pointing
I'm holding
right
it, pointing at the ship.
Alright. Can I start climbing? If their ship is solid, can I just start climbing it?
I don't know if we're connected at all.
Oh, we're not connected close enough yet? Okay.
Not yet, but as you sort of like get a little closer, hooks are just thrown down at your ship. And they just attach. You don't even see what they're tied to. You do not see any crew whatsoever.
Get the ready, men.
No one's coming aboard.
Do I get the feeling that we're being invited?
You can roll me an insight.
14.
14? I mean, if they're not coming down.
Thank you, Kalik. L, you're with me.
Okay.
Bess,
It'll
if
be
you don't
fun.
get a Bess, if you don't get a signal from us from in 15 minutes, disengage these hooks, get the ship out of here.
She just like nods. And yeah, you start climbing aboard.
Okay.
Okay. You get up to the top deck. It is, again, more accurate to say kind of a top decks, because the more you get up there, the more you can see. Even though it's expert craftsmanship, they really have just stapled 2 men of wars together. And it's completely empty.
Follow the compass.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It is just pointing right up to the wheel. There's this very elaborate sort of like what's a right word for it? There's a very elaborate sort of like place for the captain, you imagine. It has got like skulls, it's got black banners, it's got everything you could ever imagine and more. It's even got like a golden trim across this fucking thing. And there is no captain at the wheel. Until you sort of are about like halfway across the ship, and then immediately around you the fog begins to swirl. And all at once, hundreds of these sort of like pirate figures just like step out of the fucking like fog, and they all have like pistols raised.
Atira has her hands up. As I hope the
There
rest
is-
the rest of us do.
A moment of complete tense silence as these pirates are just like pointing their flintlocks at you, and then you hear just this stomp, stomp, stomp coming closer to the steering wheel, and a figure just leans down over the rail and looks at you and just smiles. This is like the most grizzled pirate you could ever imagine. We're talking eye patch, we're talking the beard, he's got the tricorn, he's got the fucking... He's got the coat. And he just says, Captain A tier, I presume.
Every Berg, I presume.
That be I. Ah, your passage has been arranged.
Arranged by who?
Our mutual friend. One with the pointy hat.
When he had. Okay, Cyrus is having trouble remembering right now.
Dot.
Dot.
Ah, got it. Okay. Oh, you mean Dodd?
Atira says, "Yeah, not me."
Oh,
And at that point in time, the whole sort of like crew just sort of like stand down and get back to their business.
Big set of signals to the ship. All's well.
Come join me up here.
I do so.
Okay.
He, you can see on the railing, is already just pouring 2 glasses of rum. And then he's downing the bottle.
Atira grabs one of the flagons. Cheers.
Cheers! Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers at 11 a.m.
5
And
o'clock
he's just
somewhere.
like,
It was 5 o'clock 8 hours ago or something. Starts chugging vodka.
he just holds out his hand and he's just like, I'll be taking me payment now. The compass you have.
No. It's not your compass. Not yet.
It's been
Be
arranged.
rude.
Are you
Don't be
going
rude,
back on
Al.
a deal?
Can I insight check? 'Cause I don't
Insight
remember
check.
an arrangement. Well, that is a net 1, so
Not a fucking clue.
L is clear. Dot made plans without fully informing us.
Well, yeah, I'm just worried about what happened if. Okay, but this better not mess up anything.
Hand the compass back.
He takes it off of you. Just a quick question: do you have like the homing dagger obvious on your person?
No, it's in my coat.
Okay.
Or like obscured by my coat.
Alrighty. He takes the compass off of you, and you can immediately see it starts spinning around in circles. And he just laughs and he says, "Ha ha ha! Looks like it'd be time for me to cross over too."
Hey, cross over.
Aye, the place I be taking ye. You can't find it on any map.
Through the fog, you mean?
Far past the fog. Far below our world. And he takes out a very familiar looking puzzle box.
I was about to say.
I
My hand is now resting on Cynthia.
make sure you've got your affairs in order. And go tell your crew to tether your ship to ours.
I mean, you already took care of that for us, so.
Yeah, Kling just points down at the ship and starts casting message. I'm assuming it's within 120 feet of us.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he's not that tall of a ship.
it's a pretty big ship, but yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's just like
immediately start like
message and all.
they immediately start like securing ropes and stuff in place, tying things together. And this is the mid-episode piss break. Okay.
I want to hear some Queen.
So he takes this box out and he hands it to like this blind older woman who's by his side. And he's just like,
Huh?
I
I understood that reference.
he be taking us across to Solaria. But first, we must stop by the nest. And then he turns back to you and he's just like, you'd better warn your crew to be prepared. What happens next does not be for the faint of heart.
Has El learned that Solaria is where they came from now? Or just
Yeah.
is El still stupid? Oh, okay. Oh,
Well,
that's where I'm
both.
from.
Aye, they be letting anyone travel between the planes these days. Even small little ferret creatures.
Tell me about it.
I don't know what route you used, but ours be the safest. Don't you worry. And he's just like, well, go make your preparations if you must.
If you don't mind, I'd rather make the journey on my ship.
Aye, very well. But if we lose you in the travel somewhere, don't say I didn't blame you.
Captain,
Well,
may I
if
stay
you-
up here?
Sure, if you're more comfortable with that.
Alright. Captain Derbyberg, may I stay up on this ship?
But of course, you may. And like I say, if your ship goes missing, you can always find a new crew amongst us.
speaking of missing, if you teach me how you're using the box to move there, I can just do that if we get lost.
Aye, well, you better watch her. She knows the right patterns. She has been in communion, let's say.
Actually, going to go. We'll meet you back at the ship.
Okay.
Here starts moving to cross back over to the what do we name the ship?
The urchin?
The the urchin.
The
The
urchin.
sea urchin.
The sea urchin. Got it.
'Cause it's full of prickly fuckers.
We named it the Unremembered.
Honestly.
Honestly.
Okay. You're given a little time to prepare. Is there any final preparations that any of you would like to do?
You're gonna make sure the moorings are tied tightly between between the ships, so that we can hopefully not lose each other in the process.
I think we'll be asking the blind old lady what pattern to use.
She doesn't even look up. She just sort of says, I've heard the Kenku memory is very, very good. Just watch my fingers now. And,
There's,
Captain
There's
Derbyberg,
there's respect.
how is Solaria like? If I haven't been there in a while, you know.
fuck knows. I haven't been there in over 10 years now. Not since ferrying over the little one. Last time I left it though, they were just recovering from their war. Got a whole new republic now. And I was head of a kingdom, I was. Let's see how those landlubbers have ruined things since I've left. And with that, the old lady, she starts, like, her fingers they're frantic on these buttons. And as before, the ship shifts sideways, and it is immediately caught in this giant hand in this sort of, like, red void. And then she just keeps pressing buttons. And again, you slide to the right, you are plummeting for a second, and then reality slides down, and your ship is just in this sort of black ocean. Right in front of this giant sort of like stone wall. Like the sky is still red, you are just in this sort of like black ocean now, and Derbyberg is like, alright, did we lose anyone? Is anyone dead?
I'm going to look over the ship. Is the Terror ship still there?
It is still attached.
Alright, I'm going to do my best to wave at a Terra.
I'll wave back.
And with that, Derbyberg is just like, alright, we're halfway through and we be taking a break here. This is a safe place, this is. And there's a friend I need to visit and make sure is still all there. You can come with me if you want. In all likelihood, he's probably been expecting all of us.
Don't
Yeah.
exactly have the lay of the land, so follow your lead.
Yeah, Kalik just silently, like, stepping up and floating.
The ship sails a small journey on this, like, still black sea. Up to this wall. And there's just, like, this sort of, like, almost brutalist sort of, like, stone and concrete sort of, like, vibe of this place. And then it's just this sort of, like, intricate system of tunnels. But where these tunnels are, there's just, like, there are scrolls and documents everywhere. There is, like, it's almost like this whole place has been converted into a bit of a conspiracy board on the inside. There are, like, strings everywhere. There are notes left out in, like, all number of languages. And as you're sort of, like, coming in, you can see a figure is just stood there, writing notes and just putting them up. They don't have a face. Or if they do, you physically cannot see it.
Hello, box friend.
And
Is this not the person that's been sending us the notes in the box?
no, these notes are more kind of intel, less childish. And Derby Burke just steps up and is like, I've got the report of everything going on in the Seven Seas for you. And he just like hands over a small sort of like stack of scrolls. And his figure takes them and just like kind of starts reading through and just like predicted, new information, predicted.
This is excessive, even for what I've seen.
Aye. Me friend here, he has a talent on collecting information. Between the worlds of the worlds, how the gods be meddling in them. If you take a peek, you might find some very interesting threads here and there.
What? Fuck it. El's going to look for a relevant thread. See if they
Oh.
recognize anything.
Okay.
Like what specifically?
Tira's on the back wall. She has zero interest in this.
Anything relevant to... I guess we'd be looking at predictions for the future of in the Solaria section. Investigation?
You can have a little investigation.
That's a 5. I think I just get dizzy and fall over.
Yeah, you find certain notes about Solaria, but It's nothing like the one that you remember. There's all this talk of like blood cultists and like uprisings and like all this sort of like political intrigue, and the Solaria that you're from didn't have any of this to deal with. It was just a frozen hellscape. Okay, look, you said you'd have a peek and see what was about.
Yeah.
What you got?
I want to know more about what I saw that one night.
That one night by the mountain, you mean?
By the mountain. I saw something and it looked back at me and then it vanished.
I think you want an investigation.
I closed his character sheet, I actually don't know. Let's see here. Oh, I'm not tagged in investigation, so it'll just be a flat roll. 17.
17? Okay, I could give you something with that. So, sort of exploring, looking for like anything that relates to this thing. And you sort of like have to take a step back because you're not really like finding the information that you need. And it's as you take a step back that you see that all of the scrolls that are sort of like pinned up around this place form, like on this wall specifically, form the exact shape of the thing that you saw. So you take a closer look at the scrolls, and it's Philippian military orders, an army that went missing, lapses in people's memory, a battle that never happened, the death of the goddess of death, and it's all just like strung up on this wall. And it's very hard to see how they're connected.
Tira is kind of just sitting at the back wall. Like I said, zero interest in this.
No. There were more.
As this figure's like rifling through this sort of like stack of like letters and scrolls and stuff, they get to a letter that has like a seal on it. Then they click their finger. Atira, your dagger flies into their hand, and then they just open their letter with it, and then just whisper to the dagger, "Turn," and just it goes back to you.
The fuck was that?
A tool, dagger.
I'd have asked if you needed one. I sheathed it again.
No need.
Tira,
Also tried to stand on this thing.
What was it?
Were you the one that also tried to stand on this thing?
They just look up for a second. Again, you can't like parse their face. The more you focus, the more you see faces, but they're never the same one twice. And you just get like, doesn't work.
No, we tried.
And then they just go back
Good
to like
idea,
this
though.
sort of like almost mad scribbling.
He just turns to you and goes, "Yes, person we saw in vision when scribed your dagger."
hey, you were the previous owner?
No.
No.
That was Estella.
Who was Estella?
Estella Aurelius Dino.
What is your name?
Don't have one.
I thought Estella wasn't her real name. She lies so good that she was able to tell us the truth and make us think it was a lie.
If only we had a certain magic mirror.
True. Okay then.
Derby Bark kind of just like respectfully almost leaves a little bottle of like rum out and then just like heads like back towards his ship.
I'm going with him.
Will you do this
As-
forever?
No. As long as it takes, someone else will, eventually.
We'll take over your work.
The sort of like quill that they were tapping into the paper just stops for a second. Would you want to?
Yes.
Maybe we'll meet again. I'll arrange it. And then they just get back to like scribbling.
I'm following Derby Berg out, and as like
Yeah,
we're walking, we'll be
Kaelig
like,
is floating off. Sorry.
as we're kind of walking, I'm just gonna be like, "What the hell is that all about?"
I wish I could remember all of it. To be honest with you, there were a battle long ago that I fought in. I know for a fact 4 armies, they collided on the field of battle. And then some fucker went and got themselves their hands on the ultimate weapon. Next thing I know, no one knows what changed with the world. All I know is that I've forgotten most of it.
Well, that's comforting.
Aye. But that weapon, that ultimate weapon, is gone now. I remember whoever took control of it erased it from the world. It and that blessed death god from before.
Have to educate me sometime.
Aye. You'll have plenty of time to study Solarian lore when you're there. And he steps onto like the dinghy as it's sort of like raised back up, offers us, like for you to come join him on it.
Yep. I climb up in.
Okay.
The fact that Kaylee's a gnome, I'm now imagining him floating like up to eye level with everybody else, and it's it's a lot funnier.
I kind of like it though.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to do here?
I think Poe
Not me
says,
personally.
do you need more information about Thief Den that crashed?
Thieves' Den. Tiefling. Master of ancient device. Not more of it I know.
Trying to birth a new god? They did. God died. We killed.
See? Inconsequential then.
Fine. Clint just walks out.
I got a tear, didn't hear that. She would have thrown hands.
Try to be helpful.
Oracle types. Fucking hate them.
Kaelig, Al?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything L wants to do. I think this place is too complex.
I've already left.
not relevant.
Yeah, give it to me.
I think we've left. Yeah, I think everyone's left.
Alrighty. You guys get on back to the ship, and Derryberg is just like, alright, make sure to brace yourself. This next one's the most violent shift. And
I'm bracing myself. I have no idea how.
with that, she immediately begins tapping the buttons again, and you feel as reality shifts sideways again, and it throws you right through that giant concrete wall. And it feels like this passage is taking forever. There's like no sound as you're traveling or anything. It is violent, to say the least. And then you are on the other side. And it's kind of hard to explain. So
Sheeper simply will not.
I simply
She
will
was
not.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. I will not be explaining. I'm
You
going to
will be
let someone
showing.
else take it from here.
What if I smell it?
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh!
but
Game GM. The
I can't
conversations that
explain
you
what
almost been having
happens
behind
over
the scenes.
here.
Hey guys.
Game Jam.
Holy shit, Cheaper! Ginger, you were planning. You're planning so hard.
I hit you with the ultimate bait and switch.
The
I
ultimate.
didn't realize that
Okay.
that was Mara that you sent me last night.
Yeah, it was.
I was going to
work on best
sniff
girl.
the air. That's it. I don't have any ideas what to do.
I do like that you
Huh,
have the
why do I feel like
artistic down of hide the thing you don't want to draw.
Why do I feel like the very nature of the gods has changed as we've come here?
Oh, 'cause they have. 1 second, let me flip a coin.
I sense a great evil in this realm.
Yeah, I think El's going to like start panicking and be like, "Oh no, I can't let the gods here know anything about me or Eclipse. Oh no, what do I do? Okay, I have to hide. Only hide under a Terra shadow."
William, are you able to resume music? It is resumed. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys find yourself in a pretty much like it seems like it's the same, but everything's got like an unsettling eeriness to it. The ocean is a little bit too calm. It's not quite day and it's not quite night. It's not even dusk. You look up into the sky to figure out what the hell is going on, and in the sky, rather than the sun being present, there is just a dimly glowing ring in the sky, basically, which is a void in the center of it.
Tira is like dumbfounded. Is that an eclipse?
Does El resist the urge to stare into the eclipse to see if El recognizes it?
Resist the urge to stare into the eclipse.
El did not resist the urge.
Oh,
Alright,
shit! Here we go
You're
again.
staring
What kind
into
of
the
check do you want?
eclipse. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Alright. That is actually fairly good. I got 22.
You got a 22. Okay, you are able to like snap out of it before any sort of anomalous effects take hold.
Okay. Do I recognize anything? Are these all from
wanna-
before my time?
This is from way
Yes.
before your time.
Okay.
But yeah, Derbyberg looks up into the sky too, and it's just like, I see. Today be finally the day.
Day of what?
Judgment. Make haste, crew. We must follow. And he like motions to a whole bunch of sailors, and they drop a ton of planks over to this dock area and to this pretty massive, like, bustling port town. Not bustling because it's busy, but because people are just rushing back and forth to, like, they're preparing for something. Something is happening. And Derbyberg is just climbing onto one of these planks, and it's just calmly walking down.
Cheers gonna follow, as I assume the rest of the crew, main crew will as well. Now
Yeah.
including Mara.
Absolutely. Who was always one of the main four.
I was always here. It'd be apparent to me now at last that things have gotten much worse since I was last here. Much worse.
That didn't look somewhat better than I remember it.
Was there always a giant hole in the sky?
No,
No.
that's new. My brain is hurting.
Hell, I'm gonna need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Hey, that's pretty good too. Constitution is 18.
18. You get a mild pain in your head as you try to, like, remember what Solaria looks like to you, but then you look at your surroundings and it's not that.
I don't know how much Derbyberg knows. I don't want to say anything. But like, I'm thinking like, how long before has it been since? I don't like this thinking. Okay, why are we supposed to? Okay, we're here for a reason. We're here to help find a way to kill an angel. Where do we go from here? Oh wait, I have the oh no, you have the compass now.
As per our arrangement with our mutual benefactor, I
Yeah.
am begrudgingly meant to impart you some preparation. And he as he's walking down, like, to the town center, there's this, you could call it a structure. It's more or less just a whole bunch of like sailboats and, like, ships just kind of meshed together into what can be considered a building.
Pirate heaven.
It's like a ship town.
Ye about to step into a place where little have gone.
Well, I'm little, so that works.
You mean little? It's pretty bustling to me.
Aye, but all knows this be my domain, and no pirate around be having the guts to challenge Derbyberg. And he walks in.
I'll follow.
I will also follow.
Yeah, okay.
I will also follow.
Shut up.
And I will
You have my bow.
also follow. However, me and Clinker in a shadowing competition, I imagine, to see which rogue's at the back.
Who's the roguiest rogue around?
We
But yeah,
have three,
so-
Al
we
tried
we
to-
have three
No,
rogues
Al
in
wants
this
to join
party.
this challenge. Al wants to join this challenge. Who's the stealthiest one to lead the back?
Link.
Derbyberg is like going to look around the place. There's a nice good like half inch of dust just on everything. It's very clear that nobody has been in here, even to like clean. He opens up a liquor cabinet that is like it's a stylized globe. It's like one of those things. And he just pulls out like a random bottle of whiskey that is like half finished. Pulls the cork off of it and just starts downing it like it's water.
Never want to say no to rum.
Whiskey be having a different burn to it.
I still prefer burn of fireball.
Speaking of burn, and he turns to a fireplace and just casually walks through it.
Like it's an invisible wall.
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, he obviously didn't like catch on fire and die, right?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? We looked at him do it.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you gonna do about it?
What I'm going to do
We'll
is
wait
an
till the
Arcana
wizard.
check.
Yeah.
You got an Arcana check?
Do an Arcana check.
Yeah. Show me what
Which
you
would
got.
be 21.
21. You know this. This is a relatively like run-of-the-mill illusion.
Blink's going to walk through it and go, "Ow, it burns!" while walking through. And then on the other side, she's going to giggle.
I never said the fireplace was lit, by the way.
Yeah, but it's more fun that way.
It's not burn.
Yeah?
Speaking of burn, it just walks into the fireplace. I thought, the fireplace would be lit then. But, fine. Walking through it. I really hope I don't get ashes on my feet. Not my peats.
We're not doing this bit again.
So yeah, I'm
No, it's
assuming all
only
you go
if
through the illusion. And Dorberg is just like, I could have paid 50,000 gold for a unbreakable vault door to hide all of me loot, or I could pay any random wizard 500 gold to make me this illusion. And then he like presses a button, and just up high, there's this sort of like Magitech, like overhead like chandelier just kind of glows to life, and it illuminates this big giant like central room that is just filled with piles and piles of loot and plunder and gold.
Do I see anything worth exactly possibly 1,000 gold?
There are things in here that you could become kings with by selling.
Oh boy.
Know what you're thinking?
Doing a sideways glance at the Kenku.
I'm already queen.
Doing another sort of like sideways nod towards the giant pile of money.
Much as be paining me, I did make a deal.
What kind of deal?
In order to best prepare you for these chaotic times, I am to give over a share of loot from this room. Best be taking your pick.
How big of a share we
Is
talking
there-
here?
A piece.
A captain's
pick.
shit. He has this. He's like gritting his teeth, and he has to say this with like the most pained expression on his face. A captain's share for each of you.
I don't know how much that is, but I'm just going to see if there's anything I could use. I'm gonna go look around.
It's a lot.
You're looking around, El?
Yeah. Looking for something, help sneaky, help a ranger. Boots, clothes. Usually, I believe. Well, actually, Elle wouldn't know that. Elle wouldn't know about magic items that
Let
much.
me see here. Looking through several piles, you come across 3 things that
Okay.
could be interesting. It's almost as if they were tailor-picked for you, almost. I will be sending this to you.
Okay. Okay.
What does Atira find?
What does a Tira find?
Okay. I know what to do with 2 of these. May I hand over
What's
the Codex Infinitum? Oh, sorry. You can go first. I'm sorry.
You may be picking only one of these.
Yeah, we may each pick one of these.
I'll be sending these things to the rest of y'all. Give me 1 second.
The DM plans out items?
Holy shit! Love the way you typed this out, Ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third one is it's pretty good.
You
Can I
like
get
it?
all of these?
No, you can only pick one.
Oh.
So I've given all of you 3 artifact level items. You may pick one of those 3.
May I recommend not Cheery. May I recommend Clink to get the Codex Infinitum?
No, I'm taking the Book of Secrets.
Okay.
I was going to
That
look for
would
something that...
normal L.
My main thing that I was going to look for would have been something that could rob an enemy of a speed advantage. But if these are the 3 things put aside, then the Book of Secrets is the one.
What? I'm actually... I think y'all deserve to, like, swap around if you guys think that you want something that, was tailored for someone else. So, I'm gonna go ahead and in Pirate Chat just post all of them. Oh,
Okay.
shit, there's a word limit. Fuck, I don't have nitro.
Quick, someone
Don't
give him
give
nitro.
someone.
Don't give me
Someone get
nitro.
nitro.
I'll just split it in half.
Oh, one of those. She would really like. Oh.
I will safely say this to you, El. Clink ain't touching that book. Clink ain't touching time magic. Clink has
Okay.
seen what happens with time magic.
Tira is
Oh,
not
shit.
interested at all in the
Elle
hunters that
has
have died.
Elle has no concepts of like they're not really good spellcaster. Lightning is loud and unsubtle, and Eclipse came with an infinite quiver already.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
So,
William, why didn't you tell me that?
I didn't think it was that important.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. I'll give you an opportunity to make something.
No, I think Mare's kind of hanging back. I don't think she like fully sees herself as part of the crew. She's kind of hired in.
I'm gonna grab her. I'm just gonna be like.
Wait,
Why
you're not
grab
taking anything?
What, me?
Here, check this out. I toss Seeker at her.
Mr. DM, do I have to roll to grab that?
No.
I know.
You're not in a combat scenario.
I mean, she'll definitely look it over.
You're with us. You're on the mission. You're part of the crew.
I think she's just like, I bet Antliff would have liked this.
Elle doesn't know a lot about Mira, but Elle does know Mira is very killy and angry. Can I hand her the twin bone daggers? I have a feeling these fit you.
They probably would. But I mean, if I'm allowed, then I think she'd just pick up the Perfectus Oculus.
Okay. 1 second. I'll give you the full deets on that.
As
You said-
Ginger's doing that, Atira is going to pick 1,000 cuts for hers because, boy oh boy, do I need a better primary melee option.
Uh-huh.
So, Atira just
So-
kind of takes.
Please
Atira
be the
takes
Book
it
of
and sends it.
Secrets.
Hey, the Book of Secrets.
Ginger, are you planning on making a replacement for the Infinity Quiver, or am I just going to pick from the rest of the list?
I don't have anything else. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I failed you.
I didn't know if you had the ability to make something on the fly. That's fine. You said I'm just going to ask Mara. You said someone would like this.
Yeah, the sword. I think the cutlass. I think Antliff would be very interested in this. The design is very sea elf.
The design is very human. I'm sorry.
The same thing. If you
Oh,
did
that's
that
your
with
friend. Okay. Well, since I'm supposed to be very positive and think positive thoughts, I'm going to take it, and then when we find her alive, I'll definitely give it to her. Nothing here really interests me.
What do you give the bird that has everything? More brain.
Atira looks at 1,000 cuts and just goes, "This is a captain's sword. This one."
Yeah. Elle, you
She-
chose Sea Seeker.
Yes. I will put that in my notes.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, I've given artifacts to all of you, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, these are for 1,000 cuts, right?
Yes. So the additional details I've given you guys are the abilities of those artifacts.
So the way I'm reading this, every single thing I can cast once without the slot.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Every item that you guys take into your possession, it looks like a piece of Derbyburg dice.
Oh, don't look
Right.
glum.
There be more plunder in my future. Though it feels like
Yeah.
I've given away a child every time I see my loot be taken.
Well, let's see. Trying to think positively. Elle is going to fail to think positively. Well, if we die, you might be able to get it back. Huh?
Death be not in my cards.
No, if we die. Which I really hope we don't, but trying to think positively here. If I ain't hurt.
While they're having that conversation, can I sleight of hand these glasses into Atira's pocket?
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check. It's here. Can you give me a? Well, shit. What would be the opposite of that?
I got a 22.
Perception.
It's not a pickpocket. You're puts pocketing. So I don't even know what to say for that.
I believe it's still perception.
Perception. ATR, can
Yeah.
you give me a perception check?
Sure. 25.
25 versus 22. It's here. You notice Mira is trying to puts pocket the glasses into your coat.
I just glance at her
Oh,
with a.
hold these real quick for me. 1 second.
And I'll stop her.
You don't stop me?
No.
I mean, they're just going in the pocket, and then I am immediately
Yeah.
pretending that never happened.
Kind of stare at her for a second, seeing what she's gonna do next.
It's just looking away. Didn't happen.
Dirtberg just like addresses all of you now. It's just like, well then, my side of the deal be completed. I must now go and face my judgment on the seas. Hey, Tira.
Yes.
You wish to be a great pirate?
I do.
Will be. And then he just walks through the illusion again.
Okay. Back to the ship.
Okay. Do we have any idea where to go now?
Nope.
Nope.
Sure don't. Link, did you figure out how to use that box?
Traveling, yes. Fully, no.
Can you get us back to the Seven Seas?
Probably if I ask Blind Lady.
When you
Is Berg's ship even still here?
Okay, I guess I just have to. If anything, I guess I just reverse the things they did.
I would
All
imagine.
steps but backwards.
Unless there's something we need to do here.
Hmm.
That wait, that oracle.
What? Why don't you guys give me a perception check? I guess that did just kind of leave you inside of a room alone.
yeah.
Hang on. Clink's gonna just look at the book and go, "Hey, is there something we should do here?"
I got it done.
Oh no, that's Anna's sheet. I got a I got
the
dirty 20.
The gibberish on the pages. The gibberish on the pages kind of like make themselves clear to you, and it just has the words in like very, very beautiful like calligraphy. Just go outside.
Okay.
Touch
We
grass.
go outside.
Go outside, touch grass.
Well, if it's just like a zoomer phrase, like go outside, touch grass.
Log off. God. Okay. Walking outside, you guys see a familiar face. I suppose most of you. I'm not sure if Mira was present when Dot was around.
Nah.
This Dot is slightly different in the sense that she is kind of like semi-transparent and has like these twinkly like light aura about her, and she's
Hi,
just kind of
Dot.
sitting on a reclining chair, and it's just like, I have been here the whole time.
Okay.
Hi, Dot.
Hello.
So you had a whole plan here that you just failed to tell us about, huh?
Not by
I think we
accident.
I get the feeling you're someone who doesn't do anything by accident.
Everything must be done deliberately in order to avoid consequences.
Oh, like that book. Oh yeah, I was going to almost say we, and then I was just like, wait, it's not my fault. Oh yeah, Kaylee and Clink burned that book of yours.
Hey, the real Dot didn't program me to respond to what you just said in a
Okay.
more informative manner.
It's just a projection, not the real Dot.
What did Dot program you to say?
You must ask the right questions.
We're sorry.
Oh, it's a
The
fucking
number you have
DOS
called.
system.
The
It's like
number
the
you have called
most-
is not in service.
It's like a DOS game. You have to give it the correct, perfect prompt.
Yeah.
Where do we go next?
The
I was
real
like,
Dot
probably
is
the-
located on the peak of Mount Sol, to the northwest.
Wait to meet her
There
there.
you will find the means of completing your quest.
Me?
Okay, Mount Sol. Where's that?
It is in the northwest, beyond the realms of the Pirate Kingdom, and into the theocracy of Solaria.
All
It
right.
was once. Blah, blah. It was once nine. God damn it! It was once 9 united principalities under one monarch. Though they lost a terrible war to the Philippians in the south, and have since radicalized.
You don't sound sure of yourself there, fake Dot.
Sorry, the real Dot didn't program me to respond to your.
Okay,
All right, shut up. All right, we have our heading then. Mount Sol. Back to the ship.
Wish to continue our conversation?
No. Go away.
Okay. Thank you for talking to this projection of the Time Witch Dot. Then she just kind of disappears in the spectral light.
Dot doesn't know my personality very well. She didn't anticipate my responses.
I think she. I don't know. Oh, I have to go to Solar. I should be hiding the entire time.
Why?
Because Solaria, Soul. I'm going to point to Eclipse. Dead Soul.
So why
Hey,
would you
the
hide
can you make
future.
me another, Can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
That is going to be. Wow, that was a high roll. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20? Okay, once again, you have, like, conflicting memories of, like, what happened here and what happened where you were. And it's
Yeah,
it's starting to make that headache worse.
Ow, head hurts.
Stop thinking. You're good at that.
Stop thinking.
Okay, bird.
If it helps, Sol was in a sword that back on our plane.
I need you to make me a No, I'm not joking. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Who's aimed at?
You.
Okay.
A nose,
Is
by the way.
18.
An 18. Okay, you have just like that weird migraine where it's just like in the back of your eye.
It's just the same feeling that Clink has every time she talks to Al.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Don't think, and I'm going to hide.
You're going to hide. I believe that requires thinking.
Who do you want to hide? Who should I hide behind? You or you? You're both tall. I'm going to point to Mara and Atera.
I don't want you shadowing me.
Okay.
And you're always behind me anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Alrighty.
All right, back to the ship.
Okay, so you guys, y'all are heading back to your. I believe William said it was a man of war.
Oh, it's a frigate.
It's
Frigate?
a frigate.
Frigate. Frigate. Okay, yeah, y'all are on your I keep wanting to say man of war. Y'all are on your frigate in unfamiliar waters.
Oh, wait, these are pirates, and this is like the olden times. Are there any ferretkin?
No.
Or no? Okay.
What is that? That is a hedgehog that you have just
There
said.
wasn't a ferret hiding that looked funny.
Hedgehogs are kind of ferrets.
Yeah,
Like spiky ferret.
they had the same energy. Derp.
Oh, it's so cute though.
Exactly. That's why everyone loves L.
Plumpus the ferret. They can run for 600 miles an hour for 3 seconds and then they get tired.
Regular old Columbus.
So you guys have, I think more specifically Atira, has come to the sudden realization none of your charts work here.
What do you mean work? They're pieces of paper.
I know, I mean the knowledge
Darn,
of them. Like,
it's a different world.
you are in unfamiliar waters, both literally and
we-
metaphysically.
Well, could we just go buy a new chart? We're in a pirate haven. They probably have a chart seller.
Do they take our money here?
They might take some of my money. I have some gold slips.
Forgot about that. What? Why did I say it like that? I said that with a weird accent. I forgot about that.
Captain, I'm big for torpedoes.
You guys all have 1,000 gold. And also, yeah, you guys are thieves. That was part of your pirate share.
Nope. Okay.
Can we see the giant mountain from here to the northwest?
You could if you had more elevation. You can kind of see it. The line of demarcation that
I'll get up to the crow's nest.
separates, yeah, the line of demarcation that separates the Pirate Kingdom from Solaria is just like this big giant wall made out of like broken ships and just timbers and other sorts of things. But yeah, you can very faintly see it in the distance. It's like it's almost like a hand that is reaching up into the sky. It is just like 5 just like stone-like pillars coming out of this one mass that is like reaching out towards the sun.
I think Mara's just gonna have one of those like moments that you have when you see something kind of super fucking majestic, and you just need to process it. Like when you see Mount Everest.
Everest or the
need a-
Evergiven would block the Suez Canal.
Not
Tira,
going to think at all that if I recognize this or not. Not going to think.
Tira's gonna try to get her hands on some charts.
some charts. Okay, you're back on dry land. A good chunk of the hustle and bustle of the place has died down as people have gotten into their boats and have just sailed off into parts unknown. You can only assume they're joining Derbyberg in whatever this final judgment that he is talking about. But there is one shop that is like, I wouldn't even say open, one shop that is manned, and it has this like very basic looking like automaton, like as the shopkeeper. Like it's very skeletal like in its structure. It doesn't have any like false skin or porcelain casing or anything. It just has like a scrap metal like curly Q mustache.
Okay.
And it's just like next to a mechanical like cash register.
Oh shit, they don't even have those on the 7 Seas.
Hey, you keep your money in a metal box and it. Huh.
Ching.
Yeah, for fitting slips.
Ka-ching.
I told you we
here-
were really advanced.
It's here. It's just like, ooh, I like that sound.
No, I still prefer
this should-
I still prefer the clink.
There's a soft whir and like clicking sound as like the clockwork mechanisms of this automaton just like kind of look at you and they like close the cash drawer.
You happen to have any charts for sale?
Rotating its entire torso, it does not turn around. It's almost as if like its torso is on a pivot, and it just turns its entire like upper portion of its body around. It pulls open like this sliding door behind him, and there's just this like rows of like maps and charts and stuff that are in like the fucking the Nicolas Cage like tube Declaration of Independence things from National Treasure.
Is there a price tag on them?
No.
That means they're free.
That means they're
Said,
free.
said every unoriginal person who goes to a retail store ever.
No, it
Yeah,
didn't
never heard
stand.
that
Guess
one
that means it's
before.
free.
Okay,
Woman
how much for one?
a coupon that expired a decade ago. And when I say we don't even have the thing to scan these coupons anymore, and she's like, "Well, that must mean you can redeem it." And I'm like, "Oh,
That's just all I
sorry,
want
had
to say
a
to people. It's just
personal
like,
moment.
no. I want to say what IRL. It's just like, that's my reaction every time I hear shit like that. It's like, what the fuck are you on?
You asked how much.
Yes.
The automaton just holds out its hand.
I'm gonna put one gold slip. I only
It
have
looks
5 of
down
them.
at it, not even recognizing this as like actual currency, and just kind of like slides it onto the table and then opens its hand out again.
Oh.
Put 5.
Oh, they must not be ready for that one yet.
5 gold coins.
Yeah.
It leads its hand out.
And 15.
It closes.
Well, do you know how much? Okay. I think we
that
got
very
it.
satisfying cha-ching sound happens on the cash register as it places the coins into the cash drawer, closes it, grabs one of the tubes and hands it to you.
Thank you.
He silently casts an invisible mage hand and just presses the button that was to open the drawer again.
Ching.
The
Okay.
automaton looks down at the cash drawer, having just mysteriously opened to him, because he failed his fucking insight check, and he just closes it.
Ching!
Are you also a fan of that sound, Clink?
Closes it again.
No, I'm just annoyed that this person. He could have just told you how much money it cost instead of just holding his hand out.
I don't think he can talk.
Then he can write a number. He has hand.
He
Or
I
he
would
can hold
recommend-
fingers up.
I would recommend putting tags on your wares if you're not gonna, be able to inform people how much things are.
The automaton just stares blankly at you.
No conversationalist this one. All right, let's get back to the ship.
As we're walking away, the mage hand just goes ka-ching.
You hear the cash drawer get violently slammed shut.
Sounds like emotions to me.
All right. Now that you have yourself some charts. Oh shit! We gotta wrap this up soon. I just realized something. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
That's okay.
Oh,
We're,
no.
we're getting to a point where we're about to shove off, so it's a good spot to wrap up, I think.
Okay, I can give you like a lore dump and then we can wrap up.
Mhm.
Now that you have like charts and give you like a sort of rundown of what's going on.
Alright.
If I can find the goddamn. There we go. Nope, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why did I say there we go? Fuck. Okay. The map before you is, or the charts before you, and like the map that is on the screen right now, is the most up-to-date recollections of what is going on with the world at large. The gray section is where you are presently, which is the Pirate Kingdom. This once belonged to Solaria before it was wrestled out of the hands of Solaria by a local peasant uprising that eventually became a communist insurrection, more or less. To the north, in the orange section, is the Theocracy of Solaria, once known as the United Principalities of Solaria. It is a highly, zealous, religious society that tried to convert all of its followers to the worship of the sun. The two countries next to it is the the Republic of Ronawi and the Principality of, or Shogunate of Akko, I should say. Not much to say there. One just wanted to break away and be neutral during this civil war, and the other one is like samurai and shit. To the far south, we have the Empire of Philippia, the victors of this terrible, terrible war that Solaria had been placed in. And then there are others as well that we can get to when we get to them. Just telling you now what I believe would be important. Yeah, there was this big giant war called the Eternal War. They were fighting over the giant warrior. Nobody really won that goal, but Philippia managed to gain a lot of land out of this whole ordeal. And both sides have kind of radicalized since then, done away with their monarchies. Philippia is a totalitarian, stratocratic, military dictatorship. And up north, Solaria has done away with the monarchy altogether, and now the church runs everything. You might notice also a sun-worshipping country probably is not going to be the most stable when the sun is looking like what it looks like right now.
Right.
Yeah. But anywho, also I should point out that the circle in the center of Solaria is that is Mount Sol. The entire mountain is the capital of Solaria.
So we're going right into the heart of Crazy Town. Got it.
Yep.
It's almost like it was arranged.
It's almost like
Sure.
it's arranged.
Definitely nothing bad will happen when cultists see that I have the bow of their god from the future that's dead.
Yeah,
Don't worry about that.
don't worry about that. But anywho, I think that's about it. I think we gotta wrap up here.
Mm-hmm.
On the precipice of just a lot of chaos that's about to go down.
A lot of chaos
my
has
God.
gone down.
We are in the end game.
We are in the end game.
This is what I meant by saying the campaign is out of my hands.
Well, before you have to go, Ginger, I must make a question.
Yeah.
Are we going to level up?
Why we didn't do it?
Not
again.
yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
A little bit.
We got some exploration.
I just realized. I realized partway through me explaining shit that I was like, wait, we're gonna be here for a very long time if I explain every single country.
Yeah.
We'll just do
Do
that
you
as
want
we
to
go.
do like a write up and then you just post it in lore?
Yeah, I suppose.
Should be any episode here then?
Oh, I thought you
yeah,
had already
yeah,
done
yeah.
it.
Oh fuck.
Alright.